Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this first actually live of 2021, the first live of 2021 of New Ideas, New Talks, the live of New Ideas of your New Opportunity Network. I'm Nino Pietrini. I'm responsible for the communication at the moment of the network. I'm from EProjectConsult organization, and I remember that this network is as the permanent secretariat of CPIP. From Romania. So today, actually, I will not go so far because I will be keeping staying in Italy. Actually, I will keep staying in Sicily, and I want to welcome Alessandro Melillo. Good morning, Alessandro.
Good morning, Nino.
How are you?
Fine. Nice to see you.
So for today, we will have a kind of weird conversation because in general, when two Italians are speaking English, it's not really really nice because we will keep hearing our Italian accent all the time. But we will try to do our best, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, Alessandro, so welcome. We remember that these lives are to know more about the organizations that are member of the networks and to know more also about the project all the organizations are developing. So, Alessandro, can you talk a bit about yourself? Of course, we want to know what you do in your organization, but we want to know more about what your organization is doing.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Nino. So once again, hello, everybody. I'm Alessandro Melillo, and I'm the director of PRISM. PRISM is a social enterprise based in Sicily, as Nino said. Our headquarters is in Enna, which is, let's say, a small village somehow on the top of a mountain in the middle of Sicily. But the operative office of PRISM is based in Palermo, so somehow we breathe the air of the big city.
At the moment, where are you, in Enna or in Palermo?
At the moment, I'm close to Palermo, let's say,
Okay.
because due to the pandemic, sometimes we work from home.
Okay.
But all the stuff of PRISM is still in Palermo. Talking about myself, let's say I was always attracted by the potential of European Union. So I have a degree in European studies and a master degree in international business and public policies. And since the beginning of my career, I've been working in the European project field. So I'm a project manager of European projects, and I'm also a trainer in the field of European projects, of course. So it's the only thing I can do. So let's hope that the European Union will last for the next years.
It will, for sure. We need it. We strongly need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, the only thing I can do is to play guitar. So just in case I would go on the tube asking for money.
Anyway, you have a second option.
It's a plan B.
And let's go deeply what PRISM is doing. Say we want to know the sector PRISM is working with. So can you go a bit deeply on the organization?
Absolutely. PRISM has been created 9 years ago by me and other colleagues. PRISM has been an association till a couple of months ago. Now we changed our status into a social enterprise. But I mean, our goals remain the same. Basically, we work in different areas. We used to define ourselves as a sort of development agency. I mean, we put our competencies in the field of European projects because it's the main activity of PRISM. We put our competencies at the disposal of local actors, both public and private. And we co-create, we co-develop projects. So we even in the phase of imagining the proposal, we try to involve stakeholders and local actors. We work in different fields, in different areas. of course, we are a social enterprise, and one of the main areas, the social cohesion, the social inclusion, the integration of, especially of migrants. We work a lot with this specific target. We work in the field of equity, equality. We have a department in research and innovation. We work mainly with education, but mainly with non-formal education. I will tell you something more later. We work, of course, in the field of supporting entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship of local people, of course. And we work also not just in EU, but also outside European Union. We have many projects in developing countries in Africa, Asia, and South America. Basically, these are capacity building projects, but this is an aspect very important in our organization.
So when you were saying that you work in education and specifically in no formal education, can you give to me a kind of concrete example for those audience which doesn't know what is not formal education and just can understand a bit more with a concrete example what actually you do?
Yeah, I think that the best sample I can share in the field of non-formal education, how we intend non-formal education in our organization, is a project which is called The Sound of Business. It's a project for me really interesting because almost for the first time I had the chance to put together my two biggest passions, one for the music, as I said before, and the other one for the project management and European projects and so on. So this is an Erasmus Plus project, key action 2 in the field of adult education, that developed a training pathway supporting people on creating their own business, their own enterprises, on the basis of the, let's say, history of famous rock bands. So we try to, let's say, to invent this non-formal methodology of using the music, the history of famous bands. I have
I see.
on my shoulders, and basically everything started from this album. Even the PRISM, the name of the organization, somehow is related to the PRISM you see behind me. So we try to develop this training path because I found many similarities between how the rock bands and the musicians, they manage their business, because I mean it's a business for them, and how we work in our organizations and how people can use these, let's say, ideas to develop their own business and to refine somehow their business if they are already entrepreneurs. So if you go on the website of this project, you will find all the outputs and all the materials.
So can you tell more about the outputs? The project had some specific intellectual output that the project produced?
Sure. Basically, we have 4 outputs. All of them are already available on the project website, soundofbusiness.eu. So just go there and have a look. The first one is a training kit for trainers, because the first thing we did was to create the learning tools, the training tools, and the methodology. So everything is written there in this document. So if you are a trainer, you can use it. You can apply the methodology. The second is a learning platform. So if you want to test the methodology, everything is there and you can learn online. Then we have the documentary video. Basically, there is me explaining the methodology. And the last one is a protocol for the certification of the competencies you can acquire through the methodology. And in that case, you can also ask for a EQF certificate. So it's a European wide certificate that you can use and you can be proud of if you want.
Oh, that is nice. So now we understood a bit more about what you do with education. But you mentioned too many things that I think it's impossible in this life to say all of them. But let's go to another topic. You mentioned also social entrepreneurship. So I would like to know a bit more what PRISM is doing with the social entrepreneurship, and also if you have a concrete example about social entrepreneurship as a project as with social entrepreneurs, I will ask you to please give to us this concrete example.
In the field of social entrepreneurship, basically, as I said, now we are a social enterprise, so it's something we strongly believe in, especially in this specific period. I mean, the pandemic is creating a deep crisis all over Europe, but let's say worldwide. So we strongly believe that social enterprises will play a very crucial role in the near future. I mean, as soon as the crisis will over, as soon as the pandemic will over. So we strongly believe in this, and we want to stimulate somehow our organization, but also other social enterprises surrounding us. So in this sense, we just developed a project that will start officially tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So it's really brand new,
a newborn project.
Yeah, absolutely.
A newborn project.
It's a key action 3 project that has been submitted under the call of social inclusion and common values. PRISM is the coordinator of the project, and the project is called C-Hubs is the acronym, but it goes for co-creating hubs for social enterprises. The basic idea of this project is to create these co-creating hubs, so physical and virtual spaces. I hope more physical because we strongly need to get in touch again.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, I believe.
And in these hubs, we want to offer to all of the social enterprises that are in the territories involved in the project, that are basically Italy, Sicily, Poland, Greece, and Bulgaria. So we want to offer to these social enterprises in these physical and virtual spaces a series of supports, even in terms of training. So the idea is to provide training and information and capacity building to the staff of these social enterprises. So I mean, the target for us, the main target is the social enterprises and the people working in the social enterprises.
That is nice.
Starting from the management, including, of course, all of the staff members. So it's a way to grow together. It's a way to provide support, tools, ideas, contents, knowledge to all of the social enterprises who want to join us. So we believe in cooperation. We don't want to keep, our competencies in our hands, if we have some, of course. But we want also to, that other organizations give us some input, some ideas, some knowledge, some contents. We strongly believe in this mutual, let's say, contamination somehow of brains and ideas. So this project is based on this purpose.
How long it will last? Just to a bit to understand for how long we have to follow to see this result of this project.
It will last for 3 years. So
we will ask everybody for the next 3 years to follow the pages of PRISM to understand what is going on with this newborn project that actually will born tomorrow. And so I will ask everybody to follow your website and maybe your social network page to understand how actually for the next 3 years this project will grow and produce result as the other project you said produced so far. What I want to ask you to close this conversation is at the moment is a bit critical for everybody. We are still trying to understand where this pandemic is going and how much it can last and how much we can have to keep working, as you said, without physical contact. So I want to ask you, how is to work at the moment? How you see the European project management in this moment, and how do you see the future, actually, the future year, the future 2021? Please be positive. Yes, we need it.
I will do my best. I will do my best. So, I mean, of course, the pandemic is, I mean, affecting all of the categories. But I believe that we are a privileged category because we are keep on working our activities, even if in virtual spaces are developing, we are receiving our salaries, which is a big privilege now. So we are not among the categories that can complain now. Of course, the soul of our job is losing the meaning somehow, because our job is mainly based on personal relationships between the partners, the colleagues, and so on. So we are losing this direct contact with the people that are important for the things we do. When I was talking about the mutual contamination, let's say, of ideas, this is what I mean. Nino, you know perfectly that during the meeting, the dinner during the meeting is probably the most important moment of our project meetings. It's the moment in which we exchange our ideas, our thoughts, we create new projects and so on. So this is what we are missing now. On the other hand, probably we had more time to focus on some aspects of our job that usually they are not in the top of the priorities. So I had more time, to be honest, staying home to reflect on the strategies, on rescheduling the work, and on the future of the organization. So probably this was somehow an advantage, but I really hope to come back soon to the old way of developing this work.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with you, but I want to see always the positive side of the things. And I think, as you say, this year was the year of the drawer of the idea. So the possibility to take something that we try to do since a long time, but we never had the time actually to work. To working on and putting in practice. So I think what we did, what all the partner which are of the organization which are part of the network that try to do is like to develop actually more projects this year, because it was we had a year of time of thinking, on developing, on the Skype meeting, Zoom meeting, whatever. So thanks, Alessandro. Thanks to being with us today. For all the audience, if you want to follow the next live, it will be next week. No, sorry, it will be actually in 2 weeks. But in the page of the network, you will find all the details. So thanks, Alessandro. Have a good day, and
it's been a pleasure.
Hopefully see you soon.
Absolutely.